2 goals down, 1 game left, and absolutely no room for mistakes. Singapore's ASEAN Championship dream is on the line tonight, but if they attack too aggressively, Thailand could finish the job before Singapore even gets close to a comeback. Singapore face a massive challenge in the second leg of their 2026 ASEAN Championship semifinal against Thailand. The Lions suffered a 3-1 defeat in the first leg, leaving them 2 goals behind on aggregate heading into the return match in Bangkok. Now, Singapore need a comeback, but according to ESPN's analysis, the biggest question isn't simply how aggressively they attack. It is whether they can find the right balance between caution and adventure. Thailand have already shown exactly why Singapore cannot afford to throw everything forward from the opening whistle. In the first leg, Thailand won 3-1, despite having just 28% possession. Singapore actually controlled much more of the ball, but Thailand were far more effective when opportunities appeared. And that creates a major problem for Singapore. If they push their fullbacks higher, leave space behind the defense, and commit too many players forward, Thailand have the quality to exploit those spaces. One more Thailand goal would make Singapore's comeback mission dramatically harder. Singapore head coach Gavin Lee understands the danger. Rather than simply telling his players to attack from the first minute, Lee has emphasized controlling what they can control and improving their overall performance. The coach also pointed out an important issue from the first leg. Singapore had significant possession, but possession alone didn't prevent them from conceding 3 goals. So the task is clear: defend better but create more chances at the same time. That balance could ultimately decide whether Singapore stay alive or see their tournament come to an end. But Singapore aren't entering this match without confidence. Earlier in the tournament, they showed they can compete with some of Southeast Asia's strongest teams. They held defending champions Vietnam to a 0-0 draw away from home. They also came from behind to draw 1-1 with Indonesia, a result that helped secure their place in the semifinals. Those performances prove that Singapore can survive difficult situations. And now they need their biggest performance of the tournament. Singapore striker Ilhan Fandi has also made it clear that the players aren't giving up. For him, the motivation isn't simply about rewarding the fans. It's about proving to themselves that a 2-goal deficit can still be overturned. His message is essentially simple: if you believe the comeback is impossible, there is no reason to step onto the field. And Singapore's players clearly believe they still have a chance. Singapore need 2 goals, but they cannot afford to chase those 2 goals recklessly. Thailand have already demonstrated that they can punish mistakes without dominating possession. So this semifinal may come down to one word: balance. Singapore need courage in attack, discipline in defense, and patience when the pressure begins to rise. The deficit is 2 goals. The opportunity is 90 minutes. And the question now is simple: can Singapore produce one of the biggest comebacks in ASEAN Championship history, or will Thailand finish the job in Bangkok? Stay tuned, because this semifinal is far from over.